Why, hello there, everyone, and welcome back to the City of Mist. It has indeed been a hot second. We ventured to New York, and now we are back into said City of Mist. Let's join our investigators now. I have returned, and, as discussed before, if any of you want to do anything prior to 5 o'clock, you are more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, Moira, with a now named The Waking Drake, Radaya's coffee shop, you are to meet Isabel Kittner there at 5 p.m. Of course, anyone else can show up that would like to.
Does the Waking Drake have, like, merch? You know, little t-shirt?
I would hope so.
While I'm waiting for Isabel, I buy a t-shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Excellent.
I already own them in all the colors.
Oh, interesting. It's about quality, not quantity, but go on.
No, it's about showing my fanship.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to spend my money and it'll be fine.
You wear them all at once and just flip them out depending on the...
Of course not.
On the mood you're feeling?
You open a trench coat, it's all of the Waking Drake's t-shirts in all different colors.
Are you sure they're all different colors and not my entire stock, the ones I had in black?
Oh, maybe.
Different shades of black.
Yeah, there's black as night, there's a light, dark, black, you know.
Black as night, velvet black, blacky with some shiny stuff.
Exactly, you guys understand.
All in various states of having been washed before.
Excellent. And then there's one that looks like it's been washed before.
Perfect.
The acid
People
wash.
buy it like that, pre-washed.
Indeed. Alrighty. With that, then, since we have nothing prior to this, anyone can funnel questions over to Moira. Isabel is indeed going to meet you here. I'll scoot her business over just a wee bit. We have a little token collective. Your business has been running all day just fine, Radaya. You got a couple of your folk here, and of course they show up after you. You've opened, you have your usual customers every day, and we're just chilling, waiting for 5 p.m. for Isabel to show up. Moira, of course, you're here early, going through all your notes. You got a lot of notes to go over. There's piles and piles of it.
Question.
Answer.
Since it's been so long since the last session, I've already talked to her about, or what we suspect her of, in the way that we know it, you know?
You talked to the party about it, that's it.
I did not talk to her about it at all.
No, we haven't spoken to her in like a long time.
I just feel like we were like, oh, I think you know what I'm talking about. Let's
you
have
did.
a meeting.
You did, and she just went, I don't know what you're talking about, but sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were speaking in code, and she was just basically nodding along.
She was not picking up what I was putting down, or pretending to not pick up what I was putting down.
Essentially, yes.
All right, I'm going to keep going over my notes. Melanie, if you could look over those notes and funnel some questions. I'm relying on you, so get to it.
What?
Don't you always take notes? You always have questions. I have head empty all the time.
I do not always have questions. I do have one question, but it's unrelated to Isabel.
Damn it.
Is it something you would have asked prior to a meeting?
No, it's technically a question for the DM.
What is it?
My notes say that the second tower came back. The crew described it as time rewinding. Did that happen before or after we told Gale to not trust Reginald?
After.
Okay. So either he didn't believe us or Reginald is able to rewind time without Gale's help.
And they very much let you guys know that they have it under control. Since Xander showed them, how to properly do it, they don't need your assistance anymore. It's just a time game at this point. They're doing their best and trying their hardest to get all this figured out, essentially. And as you're sitting here, Moira, relaxing, sipping at some coffee, rain is pattering on the outside window softly as you guys hear the front door open and ring. In it, you see standing Isabel. She looks around the shop real quick. Having been here multiple times, she knows her way around. She instantly spots you, Moira. Gives you a quick wave and sits down across from you.
Isabel?
She leans on her...
I say that as a greeting, not like a call, not like a Isabel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I gotcha. She leans on her arm, nods to you, says, Moira, how are we doing today?
Pretty good. Been up a lot lately, but that's what I'm here for, the caffeination.
Oh, indeed. I used to swing by here all the time when it was convenient for me, but unfortunately. Lesser now. I guess it's more of a treat.
Can I get you something?
Not this very second, I'll let you know. Do appreciate it, though. You had some questions for me?
Yeah. How many people are in the shop?
It's 5. I'd say maybe about, including the 2 of you, probably 6, 7 total.
Are we away from people?
Enough, yeah.
Okay. If I don't think people are too close, I kind of lean in and I'm like, so Isabel, what do you know about Kevin Cardwell?
Just jumping right into it as you are, she raises her eyebrows, looks you up and down real quick, and says, honestly, not much. Why?
You have anything against him?
Would it matter if I did? You were very cryptic on the phone when you called.
Yeah, well, it's the line of business I'm in, you know?
True. Are you more questioning me or questioning me to question him?
A little bit of both, to be honest. I'm not hiding my intentions here.
Am I
some weird stuff's been going on. I don't know if I would consider you a suspect because this isn't like an investigation of the criminal sort. Not really.
More personal?
Sure.
She nods.
I mean, I think that Kevin Cardwell is up to no good.
She nods that too.
And even if he is not current, he has at least at one point hushed some things up that I think should not have been hushed up.
I would agree with you there.
And so really, what I'm trying to do here is to get a lay of the land. And I have reason to believe that you may be involved in all of that.
She nods again and leans back. Well, as I said before, you were speaking very cryptically on the phone. I'm not precisely sure what you're talking about, or maybe I am. I'm just playing you. What exactly do you want to know?
What's in it for you?
Would you be here too? At the coffee
Are
shop?
you here?
Definitely.
She just comes up. She jumps in. She's been hiding behind the booth.
Yeah, she's one booth
and then
behind.
she jumps out.
No, I've been the table beside you, and I'm trying to look very nonchalant and uninterested until right now.
It's like one of the, okay, so it's like if we're sitting in 2 booths, right? Me and you are back to back, Melanie.
Exactly,
okay?
yes.
And then you're just sitting there at your little table, and then you look over behind you.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm trying to be as cool as you.
what can I say?
Look over or pop over the top?
Well, I guess it depends on how high the booth.
Yeah, I imagine them look over, but if you
had to
imagine
stand on
differently,
the
please
seat.
tell me. I'm not that short.
Yeah, I mean, it's your shop. The Waking Drake is your shop. Tell us what the booths look like.
You can put your head back against them, but also it wouldn't take much for you to probably kneel up and be able to look over.
Actually,
I pop up then.
I think that this is better because you're trying to be cool and it's not working.
Shut up, you.
Fortunately,
being cute.
We only see your face. From the other side, you're like knees on the seat, looking over with your hands on like balance on the back.
But
end.
I know in my heart, I know exactly what it looks like from the other side. And so Roxanne says that, I'm like, this is my investigative partner, Roxanne.
I believe we've met before.
Yeah.
I've seen you all hanging out.
Yeah, we're kind of like a whole crew, you know?
Fancy.
Let me ask, were you the one who burned down your own shop?
Oh, heavy question.
Easy answer.
Easy answer, very true. What if I say yes?
I mean, I'm not going to turn you into the insurance people if that's what you're asking.
She nods.
I want to know why. And I want to know what else you're doing with your ability.
How are you sitting at the table currently?
I don't know. I guess I'm sort of leaned back a little bit to be like a little more relaxed to create like a relaxed sort of environment. But I think when I ask that, I sit up a little straighter and I put my elbows on the table.
As you say that, she leans forward. Her elbows are also on the table, but she's not resting on her hands. Her hands are straight out towards you. And she points to your computer. Says, are you keeping everything in there? All the interesting individuals that you're finding, all your clues?
You mean my conspiracy board? Yes.
Sure, if you want to call it that.
Then
Well.
yeah, I do.
I don't see why I should lie to you, Moira. You've all been truthful with me. Yes, I didn't burn down my place, but it was burned down because of me, if that makes any sense.
Could you elaborate on that?
Sure. It was an accident, truthfully.
It was because your powers got out of hand?
You know.
So with the other people, they were kind of like overcome with a different kind of power, right? But they were also using the fire demons?
Effectively, they had their own power juiced up. So whatever Reginald gave them increased the potency of their power.
Right.
But there was also a little something else snuck in there that made things not great, to put it lightly.
Well, I would ask her about that. I kind of would explain it, about that juice.
Yeah.
Where are you getting your juice? That's a joke. Don't answer that.
She laughs.
Actually, how are you sharing your juice with everyone? I'm gonna swing around, grab a chair from a table, and plop down by the booth.
I'll make you a deal,
just
Roxanne.
moved over.
You grab me a coffee real quick. Just ask for Dice. She can put it on my tab. She knows what I like. Bring it on over and answer your question. How's that sound?
I'll
ask 2 of your questions.
3, and you have a deal.
Perfect.
Yeah, all right, I'll go get a coffee.
All right.
I feel like I've been very conned.
As you head on over
there. It does feel like that.
Isabel waves to you, Radia, as if to say, just make me the regular, and she points to Roxanne.
I went back, thumbs up.
Perfect.
Or okay, or thumbs up okay.
Yeah, she got you. Turning back to you, Moira.
Mm-hmm.
She says, what exactly precisely are you asking? Are you thinking that Reginald gave me something and I'm cursed, or?
I'm thinking that other people that Reginald has been in contact with have not been in control of their bodies entirely.
You're not wrong.
Do you have any knowledge about that? Or are you just aware?
I'm aware. How it's happening, I cannot precisely say. It's not coming from me, if that's your question. It's definitely coming from good old Reg.
Do you like Reginald?
He's all right. We have a few things in common. Primarily something that we heavily agree upon.
Can I ask what that is?
Well, I've heard you spoken with him already. We're righting a wrong.
That is true. It has to do with his son, right?
She nods.
And what connection do you have to his
Reginald's son? I thought you meant Kevin. Apologies.
Oh, no. Kevin and his son can only be terrible.
Correct. Kevin's a bastard, and his son is an equal bastard. A smaller bastard, but still a bastard.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree sort of deal?
No, not really, unfortunately. If things go our way, though, it'll be fixed in a few days.
Interesting.
We're hoping that everyone gets what they want out of this. And yeah, some things might be currently out of control, but now that we're aware of them, we'll ensure that they stay locked down. Fortunately, your little group has done that for us. Whatever demons need exorcising, you've clearly done it.
It's kind of cool to be able to exercise. I'm not going to lie to you.
It is.
I put that one on my resume. Nobody will believe me, but I know it's.
Oh, the right people will know you're telling the truth, and that's all that matters, isn't it?
Yeah, I would agree with that. However, I guess I should just ask outright, are you going to kill that man? Is that the end goal here?
As you're asking this, Roxanne, you would have come back with the coffee. So
Roxanne, no! I'm just kidding.
You're overhearing the question.
I will resist the urge to slam the coffee down, and I will very politely, here you are, miss. That'll be $10.
$10?
She laughs.
$10 tip.
She laughs and kind of gives you a wink and says, I owe you 3 questions, don't I?
Oh, that too.
That is the tip.
That is the tip, precisely.
Honestly, I'm like, this is a fair exchange, Roxanne. This is how information brokers work. Okay.
Yes, sensei.
Turning back to you, Moira, she says, do you mean Kevin, Mr. Cardwell?
Oh, for sure. Or his son, the little man in the making.
We don't care too much for the son.
He's not great.
No, he's not great, but I'm not going to kill him if that's what you're worried about.
I want to know if you're going to kill anybody.
If things go properly, yes, Kevin will be a problem of the past.
So what's in it for you?
A number of things. It's not just me, though. It's you, Moira, Radiah, this shop, everyone in the city, really. When I say he's an old bastard, I do mean it.
I mean, that much is obvious, but that doesn't answer the question.
Let's just say part of the reason why my building, personally, was going under was because Mr. Cardwell found it within himself to, not directly, but indirectly, run an agency that truly isn't too different from those enforcers that we ran into not too long ago. They were troubling me, but hey, look, I already owe someone money. They can't do shit.
I feel like once you reach a certain level of debt, it's all the same.
I kind of stopped caring, yeah. Honestly, I forgot how much I owed Mr. Cardwell at that point, but who cares now? I only need the money, to be completely honest. I mean, I'll get what I get from the insurance deal, but that's not my goal. Fraud is beneath me.
Your goal,
Yes.
to be clear, is to remove Kevin Cardwell from the situation.
You're nuts.
Basically.
Correct, yes.
How will getting rid of him fix all of the problems he has caused?
Well, I'll be blunt, it's not going to bring anyone back to life, if that's what you're wondering.
I mean, I know there are a whole lot of special beings around here. I don't know if I believe in resurrection, so no.
I've heard there are things akin to resurrection that you might not necessarily want to happen to you, but...
You know, that is an incredibly intriguing thing to say, and I would love to follow up on it. But I should probably stay on task. No, I have to know. What do you mean by that?
She just smiles. Let's just say that I know some people, you know some people. They... And she looks at Roxanne for a moment and looks back to you, Moira. Have certain abilities. Everyone's unique. Dead is dead.
True.
But is it really dead? Do we need a body to live?
Well, I mean...
I cough.
I was gonna say, I was like, actually, somebody in your present company is actually quite familiar with that concept, although that was not what I had thought when you...
There's a catch to it, so I wouldn't really call it living.
Which is basically what she's saying, yeah. There's a catch to all these powers, yeah. So there's no just raw resurrection, you know, no ifs, ands, or buts. And she turns to you, Roxanne, upon bringing this up and says, those 3 burning questions you have for me, are we asking them now, or are you holding off?
Hit it.
All right, so if your goal is to kill what's-his-face, why does Reginald need so much magic? Such as those 4 mega magic towers. Seems a bit excessive for one man's death.
It might, yes, a little.
You just really want him dead?
She nods and says, currently, I'm willing to help Reginald. Reginald asked something rather small of me, something that people theoretically shouldn't be bothering with. If I help him, I get what I want, he gets what he wants, and everyone's happy. What the towers are for, I honestly can't say.
You know, I just feel like Reginald has something else up his sleeve. This feels like so much more than just getting Kevin Cardwell. But I don't know.
She shrugs.
I guess it's not your problem.
Not really, no. I trust the man enough. I've felt his plight. He's maybe a little troubled, but who isn't really?
Did Kevin hurt somebody that you were close to?
A few, yeah.
A few?
Kevin's hurt a lot of people. Probably more than you know. In fact, if I shared everything with you, you'd have a very spicy story, but no real connections.
You know, that is unfortunately the curse of being an investigative journalist.
Yeah, you really should give her all the juicy deets, because you do realize if you just kill
Isabel.
Kevin without getting all that news out there, he's going to die a hero.
I love a tell-all expose. So how about you give me all the information you have, and I'll make the connections later.
Sure. If I give you what I have, what will you give me?
Is there something you're in the market for?
Besides leaving Reginald alone? Not really.
You want me to leave Reginald alone?
Effectively,
That's
yes.
it?
That's it?
I mean, like, don't keep him in my paper, that's what you're saying.
Not
Don't hurt him.
necessarily. He's technically done nothing wrong. He's trying to avenge his son, as I'm sure you're aware. One of the problems has been taken care of. What was it, 3 weeks ago? Mr. Bradley?
Yeah, we did know about that. You know what? All right. I'll leave him alone.
Fair enough.
Chortle.
Don't chortle. You're going to ruin it.
I don't have any hard evidence, but I've stolen a few things.
I mean, I'm pretty good at digging.
Good. Well, you can dig into this then.
Me too.
I'm
She
sure.
means physically. Roxanne is great at digging.
Perfect. Very long nails, yeah.
Damn straight.
I'm sure you've noticed a little trend amongst all of Reginald's friends, if you want to call them that. They started off as just your regular, average Joe with a boring power or whatever. And suddenly, ooh, super boosted, so strong now, so powerful. Yes, he has effectively done that for all of us. Whatever his little gift is, I cannot personally say, but it's helped us substantially. It's allowed me, actually, to figure out quite a few things. Did you all recall on the news, what was it, a week ago? Those apartment buildings?
Mm-hmm.
The gas leak?
Right.
It wasn't a gas leak.
We had suspected that, yeah.
Yeah, not surprising. But, from what I could tell at least, we've discovered that we believe, quite firmly, that Mr. Cardwell paid some individuals to burn the place down.
And why?
Wonderful question. That required a little more digging. Apparently there's some strip mall or some new building project. Those apartments were in the way. They were smack dab in the middle, ruining the place.
Isn't that just typical?
She narrows her eyes and nods. Yeah.
Hate it.
I agree.
But go on.
Oh, essentially, that's it for that. I have no true concrete evidence, but we've asked some people. We've done a few shakedowns, akin to what your group has done in the past. And we know a few more things. But other than that, the man's a shit. He's just a horrible human being, raising another horrible human being.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I could give you a list of...
Did you hear that he puts cream cheese on donuts?
You know, that sounds like it could be good, but the fact that he doesn't makes me not want to.
I know, right? I'm really flip-flopping about whether or not I want to try it.
Well, when he's gone, you can be the only one that does it.
Oh, perfect. If there's any reason to kill somebody, it's that.
She laughs at that.
I take notes.
She nods at that. And as you're taking notes, she's kind of watching you, Moira. Just kind of giving you the old look up and down. And she says, so you're so curious about what I can do. I think I've seen what you can do.
Yeah.
You're quite interesting, at least amongst your friends.
A little weird.
Well,
yeah.
What's wrong with a little weird?
Yeah, I mean, are you interested in knowing what it is that I do?
Let's just say I have a feeling. I've seen, well, we had a little encounter last time. I saw what I needed to see.
And how does that make you feel?
She thinks a bit. Like I'm not alone, maybe.
I think you'd be right.
Everyone else has these, well, fun little quirks. She smiles to Roxanne and gives a quick little wave over to Radiah.
It's only fun after the fact.
Yeah, I turn into a monster, literally. It's not very fun.
I'm taking dead people. They have to die first.
Okay, well, you know what? I have disturbing imagery as a debuff. No, I'm just kidding.
As you say that, Moira, she puts her hand out and she just kind of casually, as you're typing, she just touches the side of your hand. And as it does, you can feel a shiver run through your skin. And for a moment where she touched, you see... And what even is Mothman?
What is Mothman?
Like, what is the texture? You know what I mean? Like, bug? Like, what? You know what I
mean? Moths are furry.
Moths are kind of fuzzy.
Yeah,
so I think that it would be kind of fuzzy.
Yeah,
I think that's the problem with Mothman is that, like, when you really get down to it, it sounds kind of cute.
A little, yeah.
He's supposed to be horrifying, but he's fuzzy. He's got little wings.
I don't know if they're little wings, but...
Okay, well, they're very big wings.
Yeah,
but,
which could also be cute. I mean, moths are cute in general.
Moths are pretty cute. the duality of Mothman is out of this world.
It's intriguing. But as she does that, she touches the side of your hand, and you feel a shiver kind of run through your arm. And for a moment, you see your skin in that area kind of flicker to that dark gray, blackish fuzzy texture that is normally the skin when you usually choose not to transform, but when you have the full-on get into it, like when you go with the big wings. As she's pulling your hand away, anyone close by can also see that some scales have rippled up her hand, the same that touched yours. And she just smiles.
Scales?
Like dark red scales.
Is she a dragon?
Did you say dragon?
Yeah.
No. They, fortunately, you have someone that's dragony, so you recognize these as not dragon scales.
Okay.
You definitely felt a plume of heat come off her hand. And she just kind of smiles.
Not a dragon. Could it be a phoenix?
You're not sure. Didn't see any feathers sprout. And as she kind of leans back a bit, she sort of motions to you and says, "We've been watching your group a little, as I'm sure you're aware."
Mm-hmm. Not being particularly secretive, which is not great.
Well, that's perfectly fine. The normals will forget us in the morning, won't they?
It's true. That's the caveat.
I have a question for you, though. I notice your little ability. You tend to not necessarily hold back, but you don't really lean into it. What makes you not want to give in?
Well, I mean, one, it comes with extremely traumatizing visions.
She nods at that.
Of literally every past, present, future. It is incredibly overwhelming. And I guess the other reason is, kind of creature that I turn into is a monster. It's a creature of fear. And I don't know if I like that.
What's wrong with being a monster? It's part of you. It's who you are. Do you think you're ugly?
It's not great. It's supposed to be horrifying to people.
According to who, precisely? To you or to them?
Yes, to them.
When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you think I'm ugly?
Is this a therapy session? Because I'm about to cry.
She smiles a little and leans back. She says, sorry.
Well, I guess that's something I'm working through.
That's fair. We'll just say I've worked through that little road bump in my life.
Yeah, I can tell. Miss Power Junkie.
Well, don't insult her. We're having a good conversation.
Not sure I'd go that far, but I will admit it does feel good. I mean, Roxanne, when you really let loose, you can't tell me it feels bad. There's some rush in there, isn't there?
I wouldn't say it feels good, though. My power is connected to limbo. There's a lost sensation.
To be fair, I don't know how your power works or how it makes you feel, so that's fair.
So, off topic, what did Reginald offer you?
What did he?
Yeah, what's he giving you in exchange for your cooperation?
Let's just say I couldn't fight for myself before, now I can. Quite efficiently, actually. Once I got it under control, at least.
So you were able to have it under control.
It's different from the others, yeah. This is me. He didn't give this to me, he just enhanced it.
I wonder why it didn't turn out well for all of the others.
Who's to say?
Do you think it's just luck of the draw?
She shrugs. I honestly don't know. I've not looked into it.
How'd he do it?
Well, I think you've been told already. He offers a light of power. You take it, it comes into you, and suddenly everything's different. You're stronger, faster. I wouldn't say wiser, but maybe.
So what, it's like some sort of magic?
Something like that, yeah. Some permanent boon to our abilities. Scary at first, of course, but once you master it, once you learn to accept it and not run away, it's nice, fulfilling.
It is. It's killing me to know what creature she is. I mean, I guess she has the fire demons, right? Maybe are they like demonlings?
Every time you've seen her, she's been very demon-esque, which is 2 times. Well, you've only seen her once, to be fair.
So she's a demon?
Potentially, it's been very dark.
Wait, Google's fire demons under the table. Fire demons, ?
She turns to look at you, Roxanne, says, I believe you have 2 more questions, unless you'd like to save them for later. I can only hang around for so long.
Wow, she's been real generous with these questions. I'm pretty sure that's like 4
It's
already.
because she thinks I'm cute, Roxanne. I'm just kidding.
I have charm, damn it.
I have charm.
No, I think I'll save it for later. I'm gonna have to come up with the right question that you can't avoid.
Oh, perfect.
Has she avoided them?
I feel like she's been giving just enough to keep us wanting to ask more.
You know, that's valid. I mean, is that not the whole point of this? Keep us invested?
Yeah, but we're trying to stop her, so...
Well, I don't think we have the ability to stop her, even if we have this information, and she probably knows that.
Probably, yes.
That's why she's being so free with it.
By this point, she's definitely...
I point at her and I'm like, fire demon?
She laughs at that because it kind of came out of nowhere after the question to Roxanne. And she shrugs, maybe. I don't question it anymore. It's me. I am it.
Sounds
Swing by
very
with a plate
enlightened
of
of you.
treats and snacks. Here you guys go.
Oh my god, my favorite! I'm gonna grab like a whole bunch. And then realize I've done it. Share faux pas. Whoops!
Yes. Oh god. Somebody gave me something to share the other day, and like on autopilot I just ate the whole thing.
I've done that. That's awful.
And then my friend was like, well, so where's the other half? And I was like, oh my god.
You ate it already.
Wow.
So that's what Roxanne does here.
For a moment, Isabel was about to leave because she just finished her coffee. But after you put this plate down, Redeye, with all these sweets, she can see that you snuck a couple of her favorites in there, and she kind of gives you a look as if to say, oh, you. And resettles herself just to kind of have more casual conversation with you all while she munges down on this nice snack. If you guys have any other questions for her, you can fire them off. Otherwise, she's basically ready to peace out.
I think I'll just keep up casual conversation.
Okay.
I'll just be like, so what you gonna do now since Dark and Sensitive is gone?
Oh, like business-wise, man, she's got... At this point, she's waiting for the Cardwell thing to even out.
To blow over?
Blow over, yeah. Once that blows over, maybe a few days after that, she'll feel relief and get back to back and whatever that is, though. But the insurance money will hold her over for a while.
That's at least good.
Not owing shit tons of money feels good, so.
Yeah, debt be like that sometimes.
It do.
It's you.
She's definitely gone to the dark side.
I hate to say it, but I don't really see anything wrong.
She's murdering people.
I mean, like, on what is she murdering people? I think she's just trying to murder one person.
Yeah, but would you rather see him rot in prison or die a hero?
Well, that's what the expose is for, first of all.
Hey, speaking of that, would you like me to kidnap him and interrogate him and use whatever means necessary to get him to admit everything?
You're asking that to Isabel?
To Moira, under the table, where no one else can hear.
I'm like, Roxanne, that is a lot of responsibility. Go for it.
Wait, I really have your permission to go wild?
Don't go wild. I'm just kidding. I mean, okay, but here's the thing. Look, I'm really struggling right now because do I think that I have enough information to get Kevin Cardwell in trouble with the law?
Actually, getting someone of his caliber in trouble with the law is borderline impossible, even if you have actual proof saying he did it. Now,
that's the problem.
You can definitely hurt his campaign. Questions hurt in general, but if he just shrugs them off and goes, whatever, not answering those, and just moves forward, things get stuck in litigation for literally years. I
think I would like to begin sowing seeds of disreputable.
Okay.
I want to turn the public against him.
Yes.
So that, if we don't get to him fast enough and he does die, he won't be a hero.
You can
yes, I agree with that.
Obviously, the goal is to put him away to pay for crimes.
Ooh, you know what? I changed the plan. A man of his age and experience might be able to resist interrogation. Shall I do it to the sun instead?
Melanie, that's so messed up.
I bet I could get him crying.
Roxanne, that is so messed up. I don't know if I'm uncomfortable with that. If you do that, don't tell me.
I'm gonna whisper to Jasper to start getting prepped.
Are you going for the kid?
Yes,
I want to see him cry.
Actually, don't know. He's being raised by a horrible person. Yes,
he is. Yes, he's going to turn out worse. We have to do this, new bud. I want to see him cry.
Don't. Oh my god, that might even make him become even worse.
Don't make him cry. Make him fess up against his father.
Ooh.
Yes.
No, I'll include that in the plan. I want to see him cry and admit to everything.
Oh my god, Roxanne.
Hey, this will also it'll also rattle the dad to have his son targeted.
I don't think I knew that you were so vicious. Torture is a different level.
People die.
I'm sorry, is that how you get them as shadows? Do you have to see them die?
Yeah, actually I do.
Oh my god, that's so messed up. No wonder you're like this.
My mentor is hurting my feelings.
Look, Moira
No, seriously, God, I want to do that.
Okay.
Do I have to blow something to do it?
Gross. So
That's not what I meant.
No, you don't.
Ayo!
Considering he's just a kid, I'm not going to roleplay it because I don't want to roleplay torturing a child. But
yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think that you should just scare him.
Yeah, you
and not actually hurt him.
Yeah.
No, that's the plan.
So
okay,
I'm gonna scare the living shit out of him and make him cry.
Okay, Melanie. Scaring him to make him cry is completely different than hurting him physically to make him cry. And I need you to be more upfront about this.
You just told me you didn't want me to tell you.
Okay, no, you said you were going to torture him.
Mentally.
And now you're... mentally is different. Oh, God.
I'm not actually going to torture him.
That's what I thought you meant. I was like, oh my God, why would you do
that would be
waterboard him?
That would be a huge red flag that it got or something.
That would be a red flag. That would be like, it looks like I'm going to have to be investigating Roxanne next.
I'm a creative villain, thank you very much.
Okay.
You tell Roxanne, it's okay to go talk to Owen. She goes, okay. And you open the room that she's in. She's like a burning fire poker. He's like tied up. We're just talking.
Oh God. Yeah, all right. But if you're actually just gonna scare him, that's fine.
I'm gonna leave now. I want to go do that. I gotta go stalk him.
For whatever it's worth, do not get caught and do not involve me in this. I have a reputation to maintain. I am turning into the villain. I don't like this.
Sometimes you got to do bad things. I'm also a vigilante. Come on.
You're really straddling the line right now. And
yeah,
I like
I'm fine with that.
It's very on character.
Alrighty. So
I'm going to go with Roxanne.
Sure. I would say, who wants to help?
Ooh.
So to be really clear, are we just traumatizing him or are we doing it to get to the dad? Are we telling him something like, tell your dad to back off? Or are we just freaking him out?
I want to freak him out to fess up.
Okay.
I want to get him in deep shit for Reginald's son's murder.
We can most definitely do that. Considering, so Isabel let y'all know that she'd be doing her thing in like 2 days. And then everything will be hunky-dory. Roxanne, of course, you can find him wherever and whenever you'd like. That is kind of your specialty. Xander will be coming with you. Is it something you want to do at night? Or where is this going down, basically?
I don't mind taking a day or two to figure out the best time to have him disappear unnoticed for a few hours.
Okay, so you want to wait until tomorrow, basically?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Sure. For reasons that none of us know, Roxanne heads out mid-conversation. She gets inspiration, and
that's crazy. Where's she going?
Who knows? Xander goes with as they plot this, and as you had no more real questions for Isabel, the two of you kind of just light banter. She chats with Radia a little, just about life, just stuff, how things have been, dark and sensitive, maybe what her next plan is, if she's even going to do a business at all. Maybe was it too much stress? I don't know. Was it too much stress because I owed money? Probably. Would it have been fun without all the bullshit? Probably. So she's considering all that, just kind of chit-chatting. And eventually she does leave, and she leaves on good terms, just kind of like, all right, it was nice chatting with you. If you ever got spare time, you're not digging your nose into that laptop of yours, give me a call.
I hand her my private number.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, this isn't the burner phone.
She looks confused for a second, and then it like kind of all clicks that you hand out your phone number, quote unquote, to like a million people, and she goes, "Ah, okay, that makes sense."
Don't use this against me, Isabel.
Oh, don't worry, I won't post this online for everyone to see.
That was really suspicious.
Sarcasm, sorry.
I will get you for doxing me.
She laughs at that and puts it in her pocket. Says, "Don't worry, I won't bother you, or have others bother you. You're good people."
All right. I think you're a good person too, Isabel, even though you're trying to murder somebody, for what it's worth.
She kind of laughs at that and covers her mouth, fixes her hair a bit, nods at you, and gives a wave to Radiah as she turns about and heads off into the night.
Who doesn't love a goth girl? You know what I mean?
I know, right? And then for Roxanne, give me that goth IHOP, please. I think that was the meme. I will go every day. Roxanne, Xander. So the intent is to both get him to confess, to not do it again, and also to scare him enough that it trickles up to his father, basically.
Yes.
You're going to lead the scaring, Roxanne. Xander, how are you helping?
I can magically make a
Scary Amboan
demon thing.
Perfect. We'll stay going down that route. And Roxanne, you said you wanted to wait a day before you do this?
Yeah, I want to stalk him for the best moment.
Okay. So while you're stalking and taking your time,
in fact, I might let myself not be super sneaky just so he can sense he's being watched to get him jittery.
Smart. I like that. I'm going to ask 2 rolls of you then. The first one, Roxanne, is going to be a sneak roll. Then the second one, I'm going to say will just be hit it with all you've got with the bonus from Xander. So Xander, first roll me a change the game using tags that are basically meant to assist with the spookage for Roxanne. I was thinking,
Oops.
you're not going to fail this. It's okay.
Oh, no.
What happens when I haven't rolled anything today?
No worries. It's all right. Roxanne, I need you to roll me sneak. This is a sneak up on him. And then we're going to hit it with all we got with a twist.
This is going to be really unfortunate if it doesn't go well.
Do I actually have to tell you where? Because I'm not sure. He's a popular kid.
You tell me where. You've prepped a whole day.
I don't care where. So I guess maybe when he's heading home, but not when he's supposed to be due home.
Sure.
All right, well, I have hidden vantage points then.
So you have a couple specifically for sneak. That's your good thing.
Actually, it's kind of all 3. I'm moving in the shadows, right?
Yep, you're waiting for night.
And I'm surprising him from behind.
All right, and that brings us to a full success, right?
Yeah, because it's a tear up.
All right, excellent. All right, so sneaking up, we have no problem. So now go ahead and roll me the hit with all you got using the tag specifically to scare him, which I would assume would be your shadow army, right?
Yes.
And that's why we saved the tag.
Actually, can I just burn a tag to make this a success or no?
You can. Which one do you want to burn?
I'll burn my army.
You'll burn? Wow.
Well, I mean, I'm using the army to scare him, so I might as well use it to burn.
I know, this is just funny. I'll burn my army. What have they done for me? Alrighty, go ahead and do that. Get the nice little crispy sound. And with that, good thing you didn't roll.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I didn't want to mess this up.
Did you roll just a roll?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Alrighty then. With that, you were able to sneak up on him with no issue. They're in a fairly prominent location in town, unfortunately. But you wait for him to leave his friends. And on his own, he probably put some headphones in. And the two of you are stalking. And as you said, Roxanne, you're walking just far enough that he doesn't know you're there, but maybe you are. Maybe there is someone watching in the shadows. Or someone's. He turns around a couple times and then kind of scratches at his head. Maybe as you guys are following, Xander, you use some of your magic to screw with his headphones and maybe he hears voices that shouldn't be there or some electrical just static, which causes him to kind of whap him a few times. They eventually malfunction. He kind of just gives up. And as he's moving about, kind of doing his thing, he shoves them in his pocket, annoyed, and starts walking a bit faster. He doesn't want to make it look like he's worried, but clearly he's worried. And as he moves faster and faster, your shadows get closer and closer. Scary. And as they do, you're able to move into position. How precisely are we scaring him? Or are you like surrounding him in like shadow knights, the army of the dead, or like what are you doing exactly?
Exactly that. Yes.
All right, perfect.
And I have a tape recorder ready, recommended by Moira, of course, to catch him admitting everything I want him to admit.
Perfect. It's going to sound really weird because I probably won't record any of these shadows, but it's going to record everything that he says. So he'll most likely be kind of sounding like he's talking to himself, but oh well, he is still talking. It is still very clearly his voice. And with a full success, you move on in, fully scared. He goes to move rather quickly, but as he can no longer really see his surroundings, he goes to take a turn and continue straight, and instead runs directly into a wall. As he bounces, falls to the floor, he goes to stand, and there's already a hand extended forth to assist him. He just, by reflex, goes to take the hand that's cold, and grips him far tighter than he was expecting. As he looks up, he meets one of the death masks that you've collected, Roxanne, staring down at him. Tripping backwards, he looks around to see all these faces looking at him, judging him. They know what he did. They know who he is. They know what he plans to do in the future, and how he will turn out. He can see this. He can sense it. Without needing to say anything, they scare him down to his core. And with this, he just, by reflex, starts admitting various sins and such. You're not sure how much he means it, but all the same, it is indeed done. While this is happening, though, you get your recording, everything's working pretty hunky-dory, but something extra goes haywire. Your magic's been helping so far, Xander, but something goes off. And you got all the information you needed, Roxanne. But suddenly, you guys hear a loud popping sound, and he jumps, scared, and starts trying to crawl away, and he can't. It's still popping. As he moves off to the side, he ends up pulling his pants down part way, and a hole's been burned in his pocket where his headphones were. They exploded in his pocket, partially setting him on fire, but he's able to quickly smack, and pat it out. And as he's freaking out, this causes, for whatever reason, your illusion to fade for a moment, Roxanne. You're not sure the extent of the damage, but this panic causes him to just get up and full-on sprint. He admitted to some things, but not necessarily all things that you wanted. But as he walked off, you could see the look in his eyes, and it was definitely one of just fear.
My job is done. I will text Mora. I got some goodies for you.
Did you actually get the goodies?
Can I send her a quick soundbite?
You record this on your phone?
Actually, what's the best recording stuff? I guess something that can't be edited as easily, so not a phone. I'll send it later.
You're going to go full ghetto and play the recording tape and then put your phone next to it, record it, and send her that?
I almost do, and then realize how dumb that is.
Like taking a picture of your computer with your phone?
Shut up.
Okay, look. That felt like a personal attack.
I've done that. Have no worries.
Anyway, it's all good. This day has also extinguished itself. But fortunately, Roxanne, you do have all the info that you need. Xander, your guys have been constantly contacting you saying, we're resetting the towers. We don't know why they are resetting, but we're just going to keep at it. At any one time, only one is reset. And they're hopping from tower to tower, so they're doing their absolute best. Going forward, though, what would you like to do? It is relatively late, one day after we spoke to Isabel.
Oh, well, I want to head over immediately to Moira's.
Yeah, I gotta know how it went.
All right, fine. I'll leave
I'm just
early
kidding. No,
after I drop it.
No, it's fine. I just wasn't expecting you to be done so quickly and efficiently. That's all.
Hey, I've been doing this for a while.
Torturing people?
Vigilanteism, you wit.
Hey, we're friends.
I meant that affectionately.
Yeah, here, I'll make up the guest bed for you. And then you can tell me what happened.
I mean, I'll just play it. You said you didn't want to know any details.
Okay, well, I need the info.
Yeah, here's the tape.
Okay, well, what's the tape? What does it say?
Yeah, does it say anything interesting, DM, that we can use for this ongoing catch Dad and Reginald?
Not horribly interesting, but like I said, the main thing you wanted him to admit to, which was the bullying, him being a general asshole. He did indeed admit to that. No one's asking him any questions, but he is admitting to it. And it's definitely his voice. It was recorded very clearly.
Did I do good?
You did great. Well done.
Quick, release it.
Okay, well, I'm going to spend the rest of the night writing an anonymous, what do they call those things? It's like for newspapers.
I know what you're trying to say, but I forgot the exact terminology.
Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend the rest of the night writing a thing using this information and like everything that we know about what was covered up in Reginald's son's death, like the scans of the original autopsy report and how it was changed from the one that's currently on file, or how the one that's currently on file changed it.
You do
all
have that
kind of stuff.
The nice thing is you have a lot of information that doesn't necessarily link directly to Kevin Cardwell, but you do have a lot of things that are like, hey guys, just asking questions. Isn't this weird? Isn't this weird?
Yeah. That is, and then I kind of want it to be like making people start to think twice. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. There's enough conspiracy folk out there that you could ask the stupidest question, they'll be interested. This is more than a stupid question.
Should I roll for that? The quality of the...
Honestly, I want to say no, because you have so much. Like, really, you guys have collected a lot. You, Roxanne, you just whole hog stole some information. I was expecting you to give it back, and you didn't. So you had the police files of Philip Bradley's death, which is also weird.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I definitely gave that to Moira, too.
Yeah, basically...
Yeah, well, I definitely would have taken copies of them.
Yeah, like, I could have you guys roll plus clues, but you honestly have so many clues, I don't think there's a chance to fail. Because like I said, you have Philip Bradley's death, you have Aaron Albright's actual death, like what happened. You have this weird link that, hey, there's information out there that, Kevin Cardwell is going to be building something where all those buildings burnt down. Isn't that weird? If that actually happens, how did I guess that first? Isn't that strange, everybody? So you have so many of these that you're guaranteed to succeed effectively.
Perfect.
Yeah. And that goes out during the night.
Can I send a link to Isabel?
Yeah, definitely.
And then I send it with just a thumbs up.
She just responds lol. it's like so well written, just like damn. Very, very impressive.
Who said that?
Me.
Oh god, I thought that was a character voice.
No.
Like somebody coming in my doorway like
yeah,
impressive.
You're sitting there alone and
Moira, this is the last straw, the last story you'll break the news on.
As you're blown into a million pieces. No.
All
Respawn.
is well.
It's okay, I can respawn. Speaking of all as well, you guys have had enough downtime that I will remove Smashed and Blasted from both Roxanne and Moira. No one's in pain any longer. Congratulations.
Perfect.
Yay!
And with that, the day does indeed...
This painlessness will be for now.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how the game functions. But all that is taken care of. All hunky-dory as you will. You do recall, Moira, that Isabel said she'd be doing her thing today, basically. So it's currently nighttime. You send out the information. It is now the next day. She let you know that she'd be doing it today, which is basically the day after you leaked the information. Obviously, she'll be doing it at night. At least that's what she was hinting at.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that something is, who can say, honestly?
I just don't feel like she won't get away with it, and I don't know. I guess I let everybody else in the group know. I'm like, hey, like, they're planning on killing that guy. What's the reception to the news?
The group's reception or the internet's reception to the leak?
The internet's reception.
Initially, nothing. And then some of the crazies jump onto it, which further spurns nothing. But after a while, some people that have either, known these folk begin to look into these and go, hey, I always question that. Like, I like that kid. I did think they closed that case a little too quickly. Weird. So you're starting to see more normal comments jump on as if to say, this is definitely odd. Wait, why would he build a strip mall over there? And then with all the various charts and such you have of like the city planning, you can kind of see that is a dead zone between what would be a really good traffic. So people are starting to kind of put things together like, oh shit, maybe this is true.
I just feel like if he gets murdered now, well, oh God, I just feel like if he gets killed now, it won't have caused enough of a fuss. Like it hasn't built enough momentum to really make it seem like he actually did horrible things, you know?
Yeah, I think you're
like
right.
I think it'll blow over too fast. He'll get killed and then people will stop thinking about what happened. or maybe they'll think about it more. The human race is so strange. I don't know.
Very.
When I tell the group chat, I'm like, so thoughts, feelings?
Regarding the leak or regarding Isabel?
Isabel and the leak. Any like thoughts on how to maybe we should make like those like dummy accounts that are like, oh, isn't this crazy? You know, to kind of boost it a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, she did say 2 days, didn't she?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like the only way it's going to hit the big news is if he actually gets caught doing something.
That's what I feel like. But I don't know if we have. Like, the strip mall is pretty recent, and I don't think people are like looking at it too much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. On that note, he hired someone to blow it up, right?
Yes.
Could we track them down and, I don't know, coerce them into announcing that they got paid off by him to do it? Even if everyone thinks a lie, that's still newsworthy, right?
Could I have found who he paid in the time after I released that info?
You got a whole day, yeah. I don't see why not.
Yeah, so I guess I would see if I could find, like, maybe sort of like bank-related stuff that would show that he paid people to do something.
Ooh, yes.
Like a paper trail.
My brother's a hacker. Do you want some help with that?
Yeah.
Which brother do you mean?
The little one, the one that's still alive. He's the tech nerd.
Is Moira okay with this?
Hacking?
A child helping?
Yeah. I mean, he's not killing anybody.
Yeah.
Look, he's already done hacking stuff for us once.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, at this point, if I suddenly now get that kind of moral, I'm a little suspicious.
That's fair.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll me investigate with all your good bullshit to look into what's going on here. Roxanne, depending on how Moira rolls, you can roll to help out after.
Okie dokes.
All right. Investigate. Bing. Do I have to use risk of being fired?
I would say not for this one.
How about righting wrongs?
Yeah. For this one, you're checking a more, a less legal route, but that means, the right people shouldn't see you looking into this.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right, you don't need to help then. That's a 10.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I can't make it a crit success.
Well, that is basically a crit success. Alrighty, with all this nonsense, the number of questions doesn't really matter too much because we know exactly what we're looking for. Who was paid and how were they paid to assist with this nonsense? You're able to find it out after some time. It does take you a little while, with all of you working together. You do eventually determine that he went pretty down low, as in he paid someone cash to pay someone cash to pay someone. Like it's very separated from Cardwell.
That is definitely what I thought would be the case. So at least that's accurate.
Yeah. So it very much tracks that there wasn't really a way to track this via like paper trail. This could have been coffee money saved up. It could have been literally anything. Just a standard, like the amount of money he took out wasn't a lot if you were able to find like his cards and whatnot.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was probably smaller amounts. Someone this rich takes out way more money. So there isn't really, unless he's taking out, like 20K, which if you pay the right people, you don't got to pay very much. Just, hey, go bomb this. Here's like $500. Sweet.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So we've got a definite link.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I release that information.
It's just throwing it in there, throwing your hat in.
Yeah, like I'm gonna attach it to the original file.
Okay.
And re-release it.
It stewed for a little while, and people are questioning, like, well, are there any connections though? Because this is shifty, but like, wouldn't this be the city planner? Wouldn't this be something else? He hasn't really talked about it in his campaign trail whatsoever. And then as people are questioning, this pops up, which causes them to kind of just set on fire again. And now, rather than you having to do more research, Moira, you got people on the internet doing research for you for free. Isn't that great how that works?
That is exactly what I wanted to happen.
People
Perfect.
with way too much time in their hands, just doing shit for you. So now we got people looking into him. Some people already didn't like him. I mentioned before that many of the affluent individuals do like him, but a lot of people that are more down on their luck already don't. Waifu, the face behind Roxanne, she's not a fan of very charismatic people because usually deep down they're pretty douchey in real life. Tends to be true a lot of the time. A lot of people got that same vibe. He's too clean. He's too likable. He's too much, the city's man. He's the people's people.
Only people like that.
And I'm not people.
Are
I'm
simply fabricated.
Alien. So, aliens don't like that shit. And all the aliens speak out against him. They're like, nah, send him to Mars. This is our planet. What? And then Mars attacks. It's great. The sequel. Anyway.
Perfect.
So, with all this shit happening, you know that Isabel is planning on doing her thing tonight. And you got all your information leaked and released.
I'm going to text Isabel. And I'm going to say, how can I get you to put it off for a couple more days? And then I say, because I think the thing is, with people like Kevin Cardwell, is that he's never doing it alone.
Ooh.
So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and have you roll convince. Add not one of your negative tags, but just add a negative tag. Let me throw one on Jasper.
Wow, rude.
Because occasionally I have you guys roll with one negative tag. This one will basically represent her will to get this done rather than her untrustfulness of you, Moira. She very much wants to do this thing. So I'm going to add a generic tag to Jasper that just is the word negative, nice and boring. But that way, we don't have to do post math after rolling. You just click on that, and then it'll give us the result. So roll convince, and then make sure you select negative as a negative.
What is the why I do this improvement? Is that righting wrongs?
Yes, it is. Yeah, why I do this gave you a new tag.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just don't really have anything I can use here.
Actually, do you have any text for just talking to people?
I don't think so.
Did you mean to burn asking questions? Why is that burned?
I think it was burned last time.
Oh, well, that should not be burned.
Oh. Well, can I use it then?
Yeah. That's basically the only tag you can use.
Oh, I thought gut feeling.
Yeah, you can use that too.
Damn it.
Alrighty. She takes longer than you're hoping to respond. 5 minutes pass, and then 10 minutes pass.
Yeah.
She's definitely read it.
I know.
But then she responds.
I suspect that if she hasn't answered within 5 minutes, I already know it's a lost cause. But go on.
Yeah, she just responds, sorry, Moira, it's gotta happen tonight.
So she's trying to kill him tonight, right?
Yeah, she's gonna kill him. I do not think that.
That what?
Sorry, I'm actually just stammering, not cutting out. I feel like if he dies now, it will still not be enough to have turned him, into an evil person in the public's eyes.
So in terms of that feeling you're having, I will be very lenient with the public's response. However you respond is however you think Moira would respond. So don't get too hung up on that.
What is the likelihood that Isabel's going to get caught? Do I have any reason to believe that she might?
Potentially. He's been attacked a few times recently, so his security is going to be higher than usual. He's not most likely not me, just walking around. Caught by someone that can stop her low.
All right. Big question. Do we want him dead?
I thought the thing was that we didn't want him dead, that we wanted him, All
right, because I can insert myself into the scene and attempt to stop her, but I will obviously be by my lonesome.
Why would you be by your lonesome?
It's a skill. I don't think it drags you guys with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she'd move by herself, then she could tell you where she is, and then you guys would have a travel time to get there. Basically, Roxanne can cheat and just do whatever she wants plot-wise. I'm just suddenly here. Oh, no!
I guess it just falls into that area of, was he real? Well, no, you said don't get too caught up.
If anything bad like that, any kind of fallout that would happen, I'll 100% be upfront with you and let you know. Like with the towers, when you guys know that they are resetting, but they're still fine, et cetera, et cetera.
We still don't know what they're doing, right?
No, something weird's happening with them. Roxanne has a pretty good hint as to what's happening with them, but
we don't know.
Technically, you guys kind of have an idea. Xander's dudes basically said it seems as if the towers are rewinding to the previous states. And Roxanne said, wow, that sounds like time shenanigans.
But what's the time going back to?
Gale. He has the Prince of Persia dagger.
No, I mean, what is it? Why is it going back in time? Like,
because
what's the date?
Reginald needs them functioning.
Needs them functioning.
It's
Wait,
probably
who has the Prince of Persia dagger?
Gale, the old man.
So Gale is the one resetting the towers?
Assumably.
Okay, well, can I go take the dagger from him?
It would be very difficult, but you can always try.
I mean,
Difficult's my middle name.
My sponsor's supposed to be talking to him. Would my sponsor know if he's actually using the dagger for nefarious purposes? Like, hey, I need to borrow the dagger for half an hour, BRB.
He wouldn't be letting people borrow it, if that's what you're asking. But in terms of assisting, I meant to tell you earlier, actually, we were just kind of in the heat of it, so I didn't say anything. But your sponsor would have told you that despite everything they're trying to do to help, realistically, the only one that can unlock the powers of this ability is Gale himself. Just like all your guys' abilities, it either takes a long time for you to figure out yourself, or someone to really help you. So he's trying to assist, but it's everyone's powers work differently.
If we take the dagger from him, he can't use his powers anymore, right?
Theoretically, but it's tied to him, so he has a very easy way of getting it back.
In what way does he have an easy way of getting it back?
So, for example, if I were to take the amulet from you, Xander, because it's one of your tags, you might lose it for a little while, but you can probably just magic it way back to yourself, or you know exactly where it is. You know what I mean? Like it's literally part of your character, so it functions the same way for him. Like that relic is his power, basically.
Could I threaten him to stop using his dagger to rewind the towers, or else crack knuckles?
You definitely can.
I don't think the old man is going to respond to threats. I think we're probably going to have to assert dominance.
Well, he trusts you guys so far, so you can definitely chit chat with him. Right now, though, we know the other thing's happening. So, what are we doing first?
I would like to insert myself in the scene, tell the guys where I am, and try to solve time.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and cut to that real quick then. So you'll let everybody know that you're going to basically use your shadow guard to find exactly where Isabel is and try to stop her. So ain't no mountain high enough. You can insert yourself into a cutscene, which will trigger one of those right now. Why not? After spending some time looking for precisely where Mr. Cardwell might be, we run into multiple dead ends for the precise reason I let Moira know earlier. He's under lockdown. But a certain someone has been following him very, very closely, a certain Isabel Kittner. And after some time, he believes he is indeed safe in this back room, in which he is relaxing, in an unmarked tower somewhere in the city. He's chit-chatting with his guards, trying to get as much work done as humanly possible while looking like he's not scared. Things are under control. It's been a couple days. No one's attacked me. Maybe all these random incidents are just that. They're random incidents. Because a reminder, when crazy shit happens, regular people, their minds twist and they go, well, that was another gas leak? He knows, or should know, there's something amiss. It's too random, too pointed. And as he's waiting here, waiting the day out, he's half working, half looking over his shoulder as he comes to realize, what am I doing? This is stupid. No one's going to attack me. I'm safe here. No one knows where I am. Until the room feels hotter for some reason. And checks the AC. It seems to be working. Yeah, whatever. Sits back down. Takes another sip of the whiskey he poured earlier. With the rain pattering on the window outside, he turns to look at it, sighs, and goes back to his paperwork. And then he kind of squints at it. Something's missing? He flips it over, looks at the folder, rubs his eyes. It's late. Been up for way too long. And he's pulling his collar. It's getting really hot in here, so he takes his jacket off and sets it down off to the side. And then a growling can be heard from the corner of the room as he quickly turns his head to look. Seeing nothing, he gets up, shouts a meaningless threat, waits a few more moments. Instead of sitting back down, have I really not slept that long? Because now I'm hearing voices. As he goes to sit back down, instead he is grabbed by the arm. Something large and winged behind him fully turns him, picking him up, and as he is lifted, Roxanne, the shadows swirl in the corner where he heard those strange voices. And suddenly you arrive to see a massive massive figure. They barely fit in the room, their back arching, as they're holding a very small looking now Kevin Cardwell, standing next to these wonderful floor to ceiling windows.
So it is Isabel, right?
You believe so, yeah. This definitely physically doesn't look anything like her. It's the same giant demon you all seen a couple times. The flames finally kick up as the red hair whips wildly backwards.
All right, well, location texted. Bad typing because I was like, quickly hurry up.
Do you say anything after you send your text out?
Yeah, stop. He's not ruined yet.
She doesn't expect you to be here, so she very quickly turns while still holding him, and he shouts, like a small doll in her hands. The demon looks to your direction, Roxanne, eyes squinted, the gold irises shrinking ever so slightly, and then they kind of pop open in recognition of who you are. The demon looks at him again, sits him down jokingly, putting him in his little chair, and as he goes to stand, she very quickly blows what seems to be possibly fire or something at him, but it's that same strange, like instantly sealing liquid to stone junk that she shot at Moira's feet to lock her down. And he's now locked onto this chair, and she slaps some papers down right in front of him, points while looking at him, and he's shouting like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" And she grabs his head and forces him to look at them. And then she looks at you, Roxanne.
Can I zip over to Roxanne while this is happening?
It'll take a few minutes. Yeah, you guys are all on the way. And she's looking at you as if to say, what?
Ooh, what's on that paper?
A deep guttural growl slowly crawls its way out of the demon's throat. She takes a step towards you and says, "You know what's in the paper. I showed you already. All of his sins, lined up like little ducks in a row."
No, that's not all of them. Nor his conspirators either.
It doesn't matter.
But it does. You can't stop at just one with people like this. You have to get them all.
That might be part of the plan. Later. But for now, it's personal. He goes. And once he goes, we'll just see what happens next, yes?
No.
The demon deflates a little as if to say, your tone was very much, I don't want you to do this, and she's definitely going to.
It is accurate. Can I, okay, while her attention is on me, can I have Jasper do a hug?
A hug?
Yeah, a hug, sneak, zap away.
Very much so, yes. Go ahead and roll me go toe-to-toe, because you're going to need to jump in real quick to stop him. And then use the one negative attack. I haven't kitted up her current token, so use the one negative attack that's on Jasper.
All right, so I'm using Jasper, so older butter. Can I use Obsession because I want to ruin this guy?
Sure.
He might even be responsible for one of my dead shadows.
Oh, to be sure.
Would move in the shadows or surprise from behind work, since I'm trying to surprise from behind kidnap?
Move in the shadows will work. All right, to accomplish your goal, you're going to need to select the top one.
So I think I will do the bottom one because it's Jasper who's doing the kidnapping, and I don't want to get hurt quite yet because I'm alone.
Fair enough. So you're basically going to have him jump out of the shadows quickly, grab onto Kevin Cardwell, and zip him somewhere else?
Yeah.
All right. You can't zip him too far away, but where are we bringing him to? This room is not very large, and you don't know the layout of this building. We're a couple floors up, you can tell that much.
He must have an escape vehicle, right? On one of the lower floors?
Probably, yeah.
Can I have Jasper take him to where we think that escape vehicle might be?
Yeah, Jasper can basically start bringing him down as quickly as possible. And as this is happening, he whips around to where Kevin is tied to this chair, grabs onto him and whisks into the shadows. You can't move quickly, so you're basically moving floor to floor looking for this location as quickly as you can between shadows. Fortunately, this building isn't really being used right now, so there's plenty of shadow for you. Right before you whisk away Kevin, though, she instinctively twists, turning very quickly to smash right where he was to stop whatever, your magics are missing, smacking right into one of the glass windows, though, completely shattering it as the wind begins to blow in and disrupt all the papers and such that were on his desk. The demon turns to you, Roxanne, looking very unhappy. And she says, "Where did you bring him?"
Not telling.
"I really don't want to hurt you. Please."
So how far out are the rest of us?
After she does this thing, you guys will be caught up. Depending on what this thing is. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I want to. I'm going to regret this. Oh, God. I want to jump out the window and use my shadows to soften my landing just to get her out of the building and in the opposite direction that I can feel Jasper's heading.
Okay.
No need to soften the landing.
Why? I'm several feet up.
Mm-hmm. And what do I have as a mode of transportation?
Are you going to get there in time to catch me?
That's why I was asking how far out am I?
Okay, so I'm planning to soften the landing, so here we go.
I would say for this, Roxanne, roll take the risk. You're just trying to get something done. You're not sure if it's going to work or not. You don't know if your friends are going to get here. But roll with whatever tags you think you need to jump out this window.
All right, I'm going to use Alert Private Guard to soften the blow, assuming you're not going to be there.
Alrighty. You leap out the window, and as you begin to fall, Roxanne, Demon instantly follows you, wings further shattering the windows. As you fall, you realize you're a little further up than you were expecting.
Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't really thinking that through.
Just off in the distance, though, you can see that your friends are in the process of arriving. Radiah, with said dragon, go ahead and roll me change the game with dragon to help catch Roxanne.
What buttons do I want to use for this? Obviously, I don't know, Fierce Dragon, so I can fly fast?
I think basically just Fierce Dragon, yeah.
Let's hope this works.
Excellent. All right, we make a story tag, which is basically extra dragon in order to help Roxanne, which brings your 9 to a 10. So no issue whatsoever. You swing on in, and as you're falling, the demon is about to catch up to you. You do not fall that fast. Fortunately, the dragon flies very fast. Xandir, you came in your flying car?
Yeah.
Moira, question for you. Are you assisting? Are you sitting this one out? She did ask you to not bother.
I know. That's why I feel weird about it.
You gonna beat up your new friend?
Look, I feel like an investigative journalist. The lines are very thin, and they need to be maintained.
Up to you. Let me know. You can hang back and just watch.
At the same time, you do know if the story continues to grow and spiral, he will get some proper justice.
That's what I think.
He might have some files in that room we were just in. You could climb up there and dig around.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let me
gather up those scattered papers.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Sure. While everyone's down here, go ahead and roll me investigate, Moira. As Isabel sees you've landed on this dragon, and rather than smashing into you and the dragon, you very much get a look, Radiah, as the say, don't make me hurt you, but not in a threatening way. In a, seriously, I don't want to hurt you guys. I thought we just talked. And she flies past all of you, now looking to find where Kevin is. And you're not sure how she knows, but she's flying straight down, probably to the parking garage. Roxanne.
Quick, retire that way!
Okay.
All right, the dragon whips around and begins to attempt to catch up to Isabel. She is incredibly fast. So we got Roxanne and Radiah both riding on the dragon, Xander in the flying car. Moira's rolling investigation real quick.
Can I shoot a thing of like Sub-Zero, like using scorpion chains? So they're like cold chains.
Mm-hmm.
Can I like zing them around her, like to try to catch her and hold her?
Definitely, yes. Go ahead and roll me go toe-to-toe with that. And currently, she doesn't really look like she's really trying to fight you guys. She knows you're all here, but she's not really doing anything just yet.
She is supernatural, right?
Yes.
When should I roll?
Whenever you want.
You ain't going nowhere, demon lady.
Alrighty. With that, you're going to choose your goal in block counterattack.
Yeah.
You're able to shoot out these ice chains. And as she is descending at a very rapid pace, you grab onto her wings with said chains. And she's slowed down enough that Roxanne and Radiah fly past her. You're held back a second, just a little, Xander, because you had to, prepare all your good shit. But she is indeed slowed. As the dragon passes by Isabel, she quickly whips her eyes to look at you. And as she does, you can feel the heat emanating from where she is. And she just bursts her arms outwards along with her wings. Far before she touches the ground, the ice chains completely shatter. And about a 10-15 foot radius from where she is, all of the rain in that area instantly dissolves. And you see steam begin to rise up from where she is. And she's now surrounded in a flaming aura. As you're up top, Moira, you said you're looking for some information, some more juice on Kevin.
Yeah.
All right. You very quickly see that, yeah, there's definitely some shit here. I won't necessarily go into it now, but it'll take you a while. Fortunately, you're not wanting to fight right now, so that actually works perfect for you. This is not super organized. This is one of his backup locations, but with enough digging and an 11, you will definitely find what you were looking for.
Can I get on the hood of my flying car and be like, yeah, that's a roll about that, demon lady, and you're not going to achieve your mission?
She sneers at you, makes a scoffing sound as some smoke comes out, and she whips back around and starts flying straight for the dragon again. You guys are in the lead currently, Roxanne and Radiah. What do y'all do?
Roxanne, what are we doing?
Can I throw a blindfold on Miss Demon? Tried and true method.
You have been using this quite a few times. Yeah, go ahead and roll me change the game.
I don't think any of these checks work.
Excellent. You didn't need one to work.
And I think our goal, Radiah, is to just keep her separated from her goal.
Okay, so stand in between.
Yeah.
All right, she's still flying down at the same speed. You're able to whip a shadow blindfold around her eyes that smacks her on the head as she roars out again and continues picking up speed, very quickly gaining on the two of you. You're not sure if she means you harm or if she means to blow past you, but she's moving quick.
Can I prepare something while whoever else is going to go next?
Yeah, I mean, well, what are you doing?
Oh, I wanna create a ice storm and try to freeze her out.
Yeah, and can you do a wall, Radiah, with your magic?
Probably.
Something physical for her to ram into, I guess?
I don't want to hurt her too much, but see what we can do to slow her down, right?
Yeah, you can most likely do that.
She has definitely embraced her powers, so she's probably tanky AF.
So the two of you, since you're basically trying to do the same thing, one's making an ice wall, one's making an ice storm, roll the same thing Roxanne did, change the game with whatever tags would assist with that.
Rip.
Snake eyes, baby.
Whoa.
Listen, I don't have the best balance on my car.
Have you had any good rolls tonight?
I just rolled good.
Yeah, he's a 13.
A 13.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He knocked that one out of the park. It was a good time to do it too.
Okay, other than my bad roll, I'm just letting you guys know that my goal is to exorcise her of the demon. Just saying.
Okay.
It's kind of Xander's whole shtick with
in
these
my alchemy
guys.
bag? Do I have a frost
right
potion that I can throw in the air into the magic?
Yep, up to you. You can either do it with magic or you can do it with alchemy.
Yeah, you could do what's that? The really cold stuff called?
How can I unclick a tag?
Just click it again.
Yeah, probably click it again.
Oh, okay.
All right, perfect. Are you making an ice storm or an ice wall?
Because then was trying to do the storm. We wanted to do the wall, right? I'm not sure how I'm making a wall in midair, but we'll go with it.
You get a storm in the bottle, basically?
Sure.
Hell yeah, all right.
Well, obviously, I'm not Ghost Rider.
Some sort of like frost potion, liquid nitrogen thing that'll just freeze something.
That's what it is, yes.
Oh, the stuff.
I know I'm not Ghost Rider, but that's what my car kind of looks like when I'm flying in.
You're just surfing on the hood?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like that.
Excellent. All right. Multiple things are going to happen here, Xander. As you first begin to attempt to lock her down with whatever your magics are, she quickly turns about, and before you can finish your incantation, she shouts something, and you see various runes pepper her wings as they fold out completely flat. You can see her facing up towards you as your car is careening down southward towards her, and all these magical inscriptions begin to spin in place around her. She shouts out this word in this language you've never heard before, and until we get a moment, your Eye of Azar is going to be burned. For whatever reason, it is currently malfunctioning. It burns against your chest like it has before, but it's also shaking. It feels very odd. There's something incredibly wrong here. She quickly turns about, assuming that you have been indeed taken care of. But no, Radiah, your storm in a bottle is thrown, and it begins to surround her as you stick her straight in the chest. There's now an ice storm flying around Isabel, as she also has this blindfold. And you guys can tell now, as she's careening down, one more thing will happen before you guys will reach the bottom floor, unless you want Jasper to do something else, of course. You are indeed in the parking garage. You know for a fact he is there. She's going to attempt to rip off the blindfold before touching ground. So you see her kind of going for that as she's grunting to herself. And after this next action, we'll be at the floor. What are we all doing?
I would like to make the blindfold fatter, so it's a face fold.
A face fold?
I'm just going to try to fly to the ground.
Like a mask.
No more flying.
Alrighty, reminder to make something, if you're trying to make it permanent, the only way to do that is to roll a 10 or higher on Change the Game.
Okay. And I have no tags for it. Let's go.
Good lucks.
So you can try that. We'll see what the dice say. More snake eyes!
Oh my god.
And you have snake-like dice. Perfect.
That's not snake eyes. There's a 4 in there.
A 4 is if you break it up to so much little ones.
Well, that'd be closer to spider eyes, but all right.
You prefer snakes or spiders?
Actually
Actually, a good question. I don't want either in my house, that's for sure.
yes.
I feel like I can handle a spider more than a snake. I like your thinking
Yes.
about it. You hate spiders that much. They're like, I don't know, snakes sound pretty good.
No, I don't want to say
Snake will probably eat the spiders.
that is a good point, but I won't be able to catch the snake.
What if they team up and the spider jumps on the snake's back and they go for you?
Oh my god.
It's over. You lose.
I kind of want to watch 8 Legged Freaks now.
For someone who hates spiders, you're so weird. All right. With all this nonsense going, you're attempting to do just that, further blindfold her. And the thing she was going to do, which is remove the blindfold, she's going to indeed do that. As she careens downward, you attempt to you use whatever shadow abilities to further lock her down via shadow something, or get that blindfold really, really down. She just grabs it, it just turns to ash as she rips it off her head. And then the hard move is actually going to be, unfortunately, Roxanne, you trying to do this, maybe you summoned more than 1 or 2 of your shadow bros that you weren't really expecting, and they weighed the dragon down just a little. You're able to redact them just after you realize this clearly isn't going to work. You are going down. This is a lot. You're trying to do it very quickly as well. But unfortunately, the dragon was slowed down for just long enough for Isabel to fly by you, land first, smash through whatever parking door was in the way for cars to come through. It's very clearly locked, or was locked. Now it's just a hole in a wall. And she flies into the room. You can sense from Jasper that, well, he has Kevin, but now she's in the same room as Kevin. And after a moment, in both car and dragon, both of your groups catch up. You see Isabel standing, not wet at all. She's burned all the water away. And she is a few feet from Jasper, who has a very scared Kevin Cardwell, still tied, effectively, to his office chair.
Jasper's gonna say, all smarmy, you really should confess.
That was a good one.
Saying it to Kevin.
So,
Yes.
What is Isabel doing exactly right now?
She's standing a few feet away from Kevin. You can see fires rippling up and down her arms.
Can I smack her with a big fist?
Just going for a punch?
Si, senor.
All right, excellent. Isabel is a different tier of individual, therefore she has a completely separate ability. Now that she is aware that you guys not necessarily mean violence, but you're trying to stop her via violence and other methods, she has a little extra something. First and foremost, she has her flame aura, which is going to have to be used when you attack her, or when she attacks you. Currently, she hasn't attacked anybody just yet, but she has something else. If anyone attacks her, I will let you know beforehand, she is actually going to react faster and hit you first. So anytime she is attacked, you have to first defend against a 3 harm attack, and then your attack goes off, meaning you can't use the same tags twice after that. And every time she is attacked, you're going to get hit first. So same.
I'm getting the sense that you don't want us to attack her.
I'm getting the sense that he actually wants us to die or run.
Okay, so if I don't attack her and I just try to like hold her, then I don't have to do all that mumbo jumbo.
Correct, but she does have her flame aura active now, so that will be active against any.
Okay,
any
I'm gonna a ginormous Yeti hand is going to try to grab her, and it's just gonna be like trying to hold her, but it's like icy Yeti hand.
Excellent. Just so you know, there's still an ice storm surrounding her she can't get off her. That's a permanent tag that was added by Radiah until Isabel finds a way to remove it. You guys can use that as many times as you want. The diamond denotes it is reusable. So you can definitely use Ice Storm, but unfortunately you do have to still use Flame Aura. So roll change of the game. You can use Ice Storm as a plus, and then Flame Aura as a minus.
That'd have been good if there wasn't a -3, but still good.
Very nice, very nice. An 11, perfect. Okay, so you're trying to basically grab her with a giant hand?
Yes.
All right. There's only one target, so we're just going to create a story tag and then prolong the effect.
Yes.
All right, I'll just call it Yeti Hand. Yeti Hand grab. Mark it as permanent. And with her wings wide, she's standing very confidently. Sensing that you're going to strike her, she whips around, quick as a whip, but instead you summon a giant icy hand, and for a moment the storm distracts her and she moves slightly to the left at the wrong time, misjudging what you were trying to do, Xander. And for a moment she is grabbed by this hand, but she instantly begins burning through it. And the look she's giving you guys is, okay, seriously, I'm done playing. Stop. As the entire room begins to heat up. We will pause.